Well, Nishant and I have been invited by the United Nations to help spread information on the vaccines that we've been introduced to with COVID. And there's a group of scientists and doctors around the world who are trying to spread the facts in a very relatable format, like TikTok and Instagram, and using our social media platforms in the most positive way possible to get people to understand the importance of the vaccine and to show people that we can actually enter a world now where we can all enjoy our lives. And the great thing about this project is that it's done with people who speak different languages, from different demographics, and it will allow us to reach out to lots of different communities. I think having this sort of bite-sized information in a very relatable way and fun way will allow us to connect with people and at a very human sort of level.
I got my first dose 3 weeks ago and I've showed no signs, and Radhika has been her usual chubby self. I often get asked whether the antibodies can be passed from the mother to the baby via the breast milk. Although there is not enough conclusive evidence to show this, it would be great news if it did, because that way the baby would be getting natural immunity.
We're making videos on TikTok to try and engage a younger demographic. We're a family, myself, Meenal, and baby Radhika, who's now nearly 7 months. We're trying to make engaging and relatable short videos on TikTok. So we're trying to use, for example, trending music to try and make it more relatable to young people in particular.
System, just like a muscle. You need to train it up so it can do exactly what you need it to do. Some people have reported side effects like malaise and fever, but that's just showing them that their immune system is ready just in case the virus comes their way.
Well, I think this is just a natural extension of being a doctor, because at the very heart of being a doctor is to take care of other people, and part of our role is to take care of our wider society as well and prevent people from suffering from COVID and long COVID in this case as well. We want to bring an end to this pandemic, and so this is just a really natural and logical extension of our role of what we already do in the hospital.
Well, a vaccination is important to get our world back to what we had pre-COVID, and that's essentially what we want. Vaccines are very simple, and they just have a few molecules in to obviously preserve it, and then they're put into our body, which allows us to create cells to fight the virus if we catch it in the future.
Well, there are lots of very legitimate questions which are being asked, and lots of people have questions, which are, it doesn't mean that they're anti-vax, for example, but it means that they have legitimate concerns. For example, if you're pregnant, or if you're breastfeeding, or if you're a young lady who's trying to plan a family. These are all very legitimate questions and valid concerns. I think we encourage anybody who has these concerns to actually speak to a medical professional without any judgment or anything like that.
Happily, Dr. Meenal Viz is now with us here in Gibraltar. She popped in to see me this week as she started a short stint here in Gibraltar alongside our own brilliant GHA and ERS clinicians.
It's just great to be back, Jonathan. It's great to be back in a community where they recognise you on the street and you can say hi to everybody. We've been in lockdown in the UK for such a long time that we've been starved of this sort of connection and community connection.
How are you
doing?
doing?
Hi, Good, nice to see you. But when it's back on, you let me know, Joe, and I'll be there.
Okay.
Lovely to see you,
Joe.
Joe. And to be back and to be able to say hi to people on the street and still feel protected because we're all wearing our masks outdoors, which I think is great. It's just really great to be back, and I can't wait to see how things unfold over the next few weeks because everything looks like we're going in the right direction.
I think it certainly opens my eyes to come to a place like Gibraltar, which is 10 times more densely populated than the UK, and see that there is some light at the end of the tunnel. There is some hope. It seems that we're closer to the end of the pandemic than the start, and I think that the community here in Gibraltar is so strong, and we're going to emerge from it much stronger as well, hopefully.
A very satisfactory result from your legal case you took on the UK government over PPE. How are you feeling about that?
Well, we feel, in a sense, partly fulfilled. We understand that it was just a step towards justice. It was a major victory for us, and overall we do feel just a tinge of regret overall that we had to actually do this in the first place, because it could have been sorted out almost a year ago in very simple terms. So it's a shame that we actually had to escalate it this far in the first instance. But we understand that the arc of the universe bends towards justice, and it's a very, very long arc. So we just have to be very, very patient, and along the way, we're glad to say that Meenal's achieved quite a lot at the same time, and moreover, using her platform as a Gibraltarian as well for good.
You're sort of riding the wave, if you like, of that legal challenge going the way you wanted it to go, but you have said that your work in that respect is not over.
Yes. So when we started campaigning, we started to understand the intricate details of the systems that we live in, and the inequalities and the injustices that so many people face, not just in healthcare, but just generally. And through our specific campaign, we gained a platform, and we realized there's so much positive so much positive work that can come out of that. And as a Gibraltarian, as a Janita, I've come back now to Gibraltar, and I want to use that platform to raise the profile of this country and encourage all of the young people in this country to say, actually, if we feel something is not right, we can speak up and use that platform to create even more of a better world for our future generations.
Here are 4 quick facts about vaccination.
So on TikTok, we are at Dr. Meenal Viz. On Instagram and Twitter, I'm at Meenal's World. And you can find all our TikToks over there where Radhika, our baby, is dancing around as well. So, yeah.
Good fun.
Yeah.
With an important message.
Yes.
Okay, well, thanks a lot for talking to us.
Thank you very much, Jonathan.